Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. Today joining me for the first time in 2023, Sri JVC Sreeram. He's the founder of Winning Election and he has been with our channel, its growth for a long time, and he's been busy lately, but he had time today to talk to us about what is happening in Maharashtra as well as what his predictions are for 2024. Happy Guru Purnima Day. Some of you said, Mata and Pita, I missed out the first time around. Well, for Mata, you have Happy Mother's Day. For Pita, you have Happy Father's Day. Today is the birthday of Guru Vasishtha. That's why it's called Guru Purnima. Once again, Happy Guru Purnima to everybody. Let's welcome JVC Sreeram. JVC, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Namaste, sir. Welcome. Thank you very much.
So JVC, I'm still in disbelief that this doesn't have a footprint of Sharad Pawar in it. Ace pace bowler Amit Shah is meeting ace googly bowler Sharad Pawar. Who's going to win this contest, you think?
See, I think speculations are rife and galore that without the blessings of Sharad Pawar, this would not have happened. But at the same time, I think, we got to believe what we see and what we have been seeing over a period of the last few months. Because I don't think, Praful Patel, not a muscle moves in Praful Patel without Sharad Pawar's knowledge, without Sharad Pawar's instructions, without the Sharad Pawar's blessings. So as a result of which, forget about Ajit Pawar, or for that matter, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel, who is the working president, if he is being in this camp, it is speculated that Sharad Pawar in some way has blessed this and asked them to move on. But playing devil's advocate, Supriya Sule, is he going to leave Supriya Sule like a hot potato? Because what happens to her? And the scenes which we have seen, because too many things cannot be fixed here. We saw how Ajit Pawar was sulking when Supriya Sule's name was announced as the working president in charge of Maharashtra, which is more important because, in charge of Maharashtra is more important. And then now the bonhomie which has been existing between Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar, and how Devendra Fadnavis has been taking Sharad Pawar head on. So all this, are they stage managed? It is something too much to believe in. It is like, every time you say, no, IPL matches, some say it's fixed. But so many things can it be fixed is always a question which rattles my mind. So as a result of which, I would like to take it on the face value. It may have, it may not have. But what has happened is something which I would certainly welcome. It's a welcome development. Which is a welcome development? Ajit Pawar joining NDA camp. I would believe that it is going to be a very temporary phenomenon. It is a fleeting one. If somebody believes that Ajit Pawar is going to stay with NDA for years together, I think it's wrong. Ideologically, it doesn't make any sense for him to continue for a longer duration. But probably till the next assembly election, or at least till the next parliamentary election, he would continue to sail along with. But in the process, the man who has been controlling the Maharashtra politics, the man who was disproportionate, because he has just 5 MPs. He would have 8 MPs. He would have 50 MLAs. But he would control the entire Maharashtra politics. He would set the narrative of Indian politics. He would control the sugar cooperatives. He would control the ports. He was the man who was controlling the economic capital of the country. Not only the economic capital, the cricket capital, the banking capital, the stock market capital, the Bollywood capital, I would dare say even the drug capital, the mafia capital, all that. And it was all in the control of one man. He wielded enormous, disproportionate power to the kind of support he had. And that has weakened. He has been politically orphaned, I would like to believe. And that is an extremely welcome development. And he has been paid in the same coin. For the benefit of the viewers, probably, you can interrupt me at any point in time. For the benefit of the viewers, I would like to just have a very quick narrative here, because many of them maybe don't. Yeah. 67, 69, when the Congress splits, he stays with YB Chavan and he stays with Indira Gandhi. 1977, when Indira Gandhi loses the election, he moves away from Congress I and joins Congress U, which is Congress Devarajars, and he contests an election separately. And then the Janata Party becomes the single largest party. And in order to stop Janata Party from coming to power, Congress U and Congress I, which fought separately the election, these are all narratives of Maharashtra, which we have seen in 2014-19, and it's all been there in the past. That's why I want to remind our viewers. So, 1977, what does he do? He forms a government with Congress I, and he becomes a minister in that government. Within months, he realizes he smells an opportunity at the age of 38. He smells an opportunity that here I can become a CM, ditches powerful Indira Gandhi, and forges an alliance with Janata Party, and forms the government and becomes the chief minister. Indira Gandhi is absolutely furious on this man. And 1980, when she comes back to power, the first thing she does is dismisses his government and brings A.R. Antule as the chief minister, and there's a vengeance against him, against this man, and still he survives, waits for his time. When Indira Gandhi dies, Rajiv Gandhi settles down as the prime minister, and when Rajiv Gandhi goes through some troubled moments, because I think the Babri Masjid issue starts coming, Shah case starts coming, he's facing trouble all directions, and Shiv Sena is rising at set, and he goes and convinces Rajiv Gandhi that if we have to stop Shiv Sena, I'm the only man who can do it for you. I'm the Maratha strong man. And Rajiv Gandhi believes him, and he becomes the chief minister, comes back to Congress on his own terms and becomes the chief minister, and wins the election in 1990, but does not have the majority. Short of majority, again, same narrative being played out again and again and again, and still becomes the chief minister, pulling the support of independents. 1991, Rajiv Gandhi dies. He flies to Delhi and announces that he is the prime ministerial candidate. He took Karunakaran, the octogenarian leader from Kerala, to tell him to stop, because South of India has given more seats, as a result of which, yes, Maharashtra is the #1 state as far as Congress is concerned, but still you cannot. And he compromises, but at the same time gets the meaty defense portfolio against the man whom he competed against. And then in 1997 or 1997, fights against Sitaram Kesri in the presidential election for the Congress, loses. 1999, sitting in the Congress working committee, challenges Sonia Gandhi, and he gets expelled, starts his own party, but within months forges an alliance with Congress. Now look at the kind of contradictions this man is made of. And then forges an alliance, and then throws a dagger at Pramod Mahajan, says that 16, Shiv Sena 16, myself 16, BJP 16. That's the way Atalji comes back to power. That's the double game he plays. At one side he plays this, at the other end he goes to Sonia Gandhi and negotiates with her and gets a better alliance with Sonia Gandhi, and becomes a powerful minister of agriculture in the cabinet, in the union cabinet. Becomes the BCCI president, and as the BCCI, because you are very knowledgeable in cricket, he takes on Jagmohan Dalmiya. Yes. He takes on Jagmohan Dalmiya. He takes on Lalit Modi, finishes their career. And that's, you want to say something.
Yes, who can forget that Nagpur test where Jagmohan Dalmiya was the president, Sourav Ganguly was the captain, and this man prepares a green top facing the Australians. The series is on the line. And Australia is chomping at the bit because they lost in 2001, 2004. They were looking for revenge, and this guy provides it to them. And Ganguly comes and takes a look at the pitch and says, "Oops, my leg is hurting. I'm not playing in this match." Oh my God!
I remember Sunny Gavaskar saying, "I don't know whether something between the legs happened or something between the ears happened to Sourav Ganguly when he saw the pitch." Okay,
please continue.
So 2000 and then 2014, he was never asked, but he comes and says that I'm going to support BJP government in Maharashtra. Support, unconditional support I'm giving. So, and then 2019 was a masterpiece. He just sets the narrative. In the election, they were losing badly, on a monsoon day, rains all over, he stands in the rain, drenches himself completely, and puts up a narrative that I am the Maratha strongman, knowing pretty well that he's going to lose the election, but he then smells a chance. If BJP can be stopped at 110 and Shiv Sena can be, probably bullied, and he does that, and ensures that, and then he walks into the trap. Devendra Fadnavis walks into the trap he sets and forms the government with Ajay Pawar, believing in the words of Sharad Pawar. And within 80 hours, the government fails. Again, that was to go and tell Congress that you better start supporting Uddhav Thackeray as the chief minister. Otherwise, I have a ready-made alliance with Devendra Fadnavis and I can make him the chief minister. And gets back the Maharashtra back in control. And then Devendra Fadnavis pays him back in his own coin and brings 𝗤𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙤, and then this. So for any political, student of the history, political history, this is a fast one pulled on Sharad Pawar by Devendra Fadnavis is what I would like to believe in. Even if Sharad Pawar had a role, I would like to just have a quick smile saying the old fox has been beaten on his own game.
Thank you so much, sir. Karma can be a 5-letter word, and we know what that 5-letter word is. That's not the one that is starting with the letter K. It starts with the letter B and ends with the letter H. So you can fill in the remaining 3 letters. So, Sreeram, what is happening in DMK is very reminiscent of what is playing out in Maharashtra. Many people are making a speculation that similar thing could happen to the first family in DMK. Not, I wouldn't even say first family, Stalin family, because first family can be also other people. There may be other people quietly waiting in the wings. Aragiri, for example, Kanimori, Maran. You have 3 or 4 lieutenants, all of whom can easily step into the shoes of CM and arguably do a better job. Again, this is just open to speculation. They need to break 90 or 92 seats from the current DMK party so that combined with ADMK and the 4 seats of BJP can form a viable alternative, because the excesses committed by the DMK government is just hitting the roof. My opinion, again, I could be wrong. So do you think something like that could happen in Tamil Nadu before we go to the national picture?
See, I think, there were speculation that a year back that 48 MLAs were in touch, DMK MLAs were in touch, they wanted to come out of the things, they were not happy with the way things were going on. But these are all speculations. It's hard to fathom and believe in this story, because DMK by itself, these are guys who have been with DMK for too long a time. They've invested too much. They've been in control, and trust me, although they're not happy with the way things are. I'm talking about when they're not happy. I'm talking about the old guard of Durai Murugan, KN Nehru, Ponmudi. These are guys who have not been happy because the chunk of the cake is being taken by the people who have come from AIADMK or the youngsters who are being seen along with Udayanidi's challenge. But very hard to believe. Something could happen. But if something were to happen in DMK, it has to happen through Kanimori. Without Kanimori, I don't think much would happen. And I don't think she is in a frame of mind to pull a fast one, at least till the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. I don't see it's happening. It's not coming through.
Thank you so much for that insight, sir. Now let's take a quick look at what is happening. Go ahead and get your water sip. Viewers, please like this video. I'd like to talk to JVC about another issue that we had talked in the last time he came online, which was Thiruvidampur. This is a place where the Waqf board had laid claim to a property that they never owned in the first place. I'm going to go back and touch upon that, and then we will take a look at the national scene. So a request to all of you to like this video. I'd love for JVC to keep coming back, and one powerful motivation is by way of comments and also by way of likes. JVC, last time we talked about, you were talking about this illegal occupation of land by Waqf board in the Thiruvidampur area, the village which you belong to. What is the status on that now, JVC? Then we can go to
I will have to just go there next week because my mother's annual ritual is going to happen next week. I will be in the village. As of now, it's no action. It's been silence all over. There has been inaction from everywhere. Registration of lands is going on at that particular place. So as a result of which, it looks like no movement backward or forward, and it stays as it is. So that's the status as far as.
So when he comes back, we'll have another update on this, maybe a few minutes to talk about this. Because I'm also hearing a lot of stories about, Hindus buying land on behalf of Muslims as benamis. This is the dangerous trend because the intent is being couched and along the Kaveri river, because there is a pattern already been established in Kerala, and that's what worries me, that nobody should be having these kinds of nefarious thoughts in their mind, and that's just a 2-minute thought about that. Now 2024 elections, now opinion polls are beginning to come out about how the 2024 elections are going to play out. JVC, I know you have your own research team. What does your team say, sir?
See, I think, a couple of months back, March 2023, it looked like the BJP was smiling all the way and looking at 335 to 337 seats. But the narrative in the last 3 months has slightly shifted. I wouldn't say it is a cause for worry or a cause for concern for BJP, because these things keep happening. Because in politics, a week is a long time. So as a result of which, all these ups and downs keep happening. We also saw during the 2021, the second wave, Yogi Adityanath was in a very bad position. But come 2022, within 8 months, he pulls it and he gets a majority, 273 seats for NDA in UP. So same is the case with you were saying something.
JVC, can you take the mic where your voice is outside?
Yeah.
Put it outside your coat. It is inside. It is rubbing between your beard and the coat. Just
Okay.
right. Just put it out. Yeah. Now go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So at this point in time, all the opinion polls, I think Times Now ETG has come out with an opinion poll. Since I have been associated with Times Now in certain ways, I've been a panelist there. They're giving an NDA 285 to 325 seats, which is a very comfortable one. Personally, for me, BJP looks like somewhere around 265 to 275 kind of stuff. The losses are evident in few seats in Rajasthan, 4 seats in Rajasthan, around a couple of seats in Madhya Pradesh, a seat or 2 in Telangana, around 5 to 6 seats in Karnataka, and probably Bengal may or may not. Bihar could be 2 or 3 seats maximum. But at the same time, UP BJP seems to be gaining, would be gaining close to around 8 to 10 seats easily. So that would offset the balance. Delhi stays as it is. Haryana looks like a couple of seats may be lost. Punjab, we don't know what's happening at Punjab, because there is going to be a tripolar fight. If an Akali Dal BJP alliance is going to come, definitely they will reap some anti-incumbency votes of Aam Aadmi Party. That would come handy. Maharashtra, this new development has come. Before this development itself, the NDA was in a pretty comfortable position of winning around 28 seats, which was very similar to what it was in 2019 when BJP had won 23 seats in Maharashtra. Tamil Nadu, it's not clear right now. So as a result of which, the 20 to 30 seats loss for BJP as on date looks certain, but it can be made up in the coming months. As I said, a week is too long in politics, because all this is happening because of the kind of perception which has gone into it. 1, Karnataka loss. 2, the Manipur thing. 3rd, the wrestlers issue. And the so-called opposition unity a little bit. In Telangana, the Congress is coming back. When they say coming back, it's able to stand up. The narrative is now changing from a BJP being the second party. Now it looks like the Congress would be the second party. So all this are obviously pushing 20 to 30 seats BJP down, but it's still not alarm bells. Concern is there, but it's not something to panic. Panic button need not be pressed. But at this point in time, it looks like Congress could gain around 15 to 20 seats, because the losses wherever we are talking about for BJP, it is directly fetching gains to BJP, Congress. Rajasthan, it will be Congress who should gain. Madhya Pradesh should be Congress should gain. If it is going to be a place like Karnataka, it will be the Congress which would gain. If a couple of seats in Chhattisgarh flips around, it will be the Congress should gain. So at this point in time, Congress is looking around 70 seats. Now, 70 is not a big number, but for Congress, it becomes the leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha. So that's the story right now. But we know about how things can happen. There is already talk about Pakistan occupied Kashmir. POK is an issue which is being talked about. And we are also looking at some major reforms which could come through. There is going to be a cabinet reshuffle which is being speculated upon in the coming days, if not the weeks, it's coming days. There is going to be change of state presidency in places like Karnataka. Leader of opposition needs to be appointed. And I think tomorrow or anytime today night, we can expect that to happen. And if there is going to be a strong leader of the opposition in the assembly, like I would say if 𝙑𝙑𝙗 is made the leader of the opposition, he would shake the assembly. Because Siddaramaiah will have a very free hand if somebody like a Basavaraj Bommai becomes the, with due credit, Basavaraj Bommai was a good administrator, fine enough, fair enough. But leader of opposition, making the government answerable, putting it on it, it needs a voracious orator, somebody who can articulate inside the assembly. So you need somebody like an 𝙑𝙑𝙗 in the assembly. And in the presidency, you need somebody very strong, because if 𝙑𝙑𝙗 becomes the leader of the opposition, being a Lingayat, you need to have a Okaliga state president. So would that go to somebody like C.T. Ravi, or would that go to somebody like a Shobha, because there's a cabinet reshuffle happening, so that if Shobha is given, then you're taking care of Yediyurappa. So a lot of equations are there. So Karnataka. So Gujarat, there is a speculation that there is going to be a change of presidency. We do not know about Telangana also. There is talk, but I'm hearing that Mr. Kishan Reddy is not willing to take up the presidency post if it is going to be offered to him, because it's too close to the election. Hardly we have 3 months. So these changes are there. We need to wait and watch. There could be some organizational reshuffles also. And also government, I'm looking at if there's going to be a cabinet, in the cabinet, there's going to be a portfolio reshuffle. If that happens, probably, if finance is going to stay with Nirmala Sitharaman, or somebody like Piyush Goyal is going to come and take it over and present the last budget. All these are speculations. So, and then some big welfare schemes may be announced by the Prime Minister himself in the coming months together, which could probably again take it back to 300. So the first job for the BJP is to stem the loss and come back to 300 before they talk about the 330 and then the NDA 400, all those things. So that's how the narrative looks like now.
I would be remiss if I would not ask you a question about this zero balance card that were given on the eve of elections to many voters in Karnataka, with the promise that the money will be there up to 5,000 rupees after the elections. What happened? That thing came up fast. JDS even had a press conference. They were showing different constituencies with the picture of the MLAs. And then what happened? Suddenly everything is gone quiet. Any update on that, JVC?
So, Mr. Iyer, I think, voters' memory is becoming too short. Or for that matter, I think, in Karnataka, the opposition's biggest problem has been that they have not been able to run a single narrative for a long duration of time. I think they would need to learn from the Congress party that they were running a fake narrative of 40% commission sarkar, but they ran it long enough. Now, Karnataka, neither the BJP nor the JDS, they have not been able to run a single narrative for a longer duration. Power bill. Now, we all know that power bill has doubled. We all know that cards have been given. But a few MLAs, okay, they're given these cards, and when they went back to, after the elections, after the results were over, it was zero balance. And they could not do anything with that card. So all this had to be, because somebody has to pick it up. That's why I'm saying, we need a strong leader of the opposition in the assembly. In the assembly, they will have to question, which has not been happening. They've been having a free ride. And also in Karnataka, in BJP, not many have been questioning, basically because they do not have the clarity of who is going to get what position. So right now, the Kattil, who's the sitting president, is quiet because he's on his way out. They do not know who is going to be the leader of the opposition. As a result of which, there is too much of silence in the BJP camp. And that's what is happening right now.
So this is just a recent update, like just hours ago. Ajit Pawar Sharad Pawar has removed Praful Sunil Tatkale from NCP. Ajit says he has numbers. 9 rebel MLAs can't be disqualified. So this game is on. I think one of the people has now jumped ship back to Sharad Pawar. This is what I heard. So this game is going to go on for some more time. Thank you so much, JVC. Let's take a couple of questions from our viewers. We have a few minutes if you don't mind.
Sure. Absolutely.
Thank you. Have questions, please? JS wants to know, does Modiji want to finish off NCP?
That's what I would believe in. Because what I would believe in, that's what I'm saying. See, because what is happening is, in Maharashtra, one of the biggest problem with the BJP which has been facing is, BJP's numbers have been, the highest has been 122. The reason for it is, BJP has always seen Karnataka as a quadrupolar race. In a quadrupolar race, when there is an alliance formed, and it is all, and the parties, there are parties which are like NCP, which is not spread over the entire Maharashtra. Even for that matter, Shiv Sena is spread only in the Mumbai and the Konkan regions. As a result of which, they come with some guaranteed seats. So this quadrupolar has to become bipolar, which is a very critical thing. And by Shiv Sena breaking and bringing off one faction of Shiv Sena, which is now the real faction according to the courts, with the BJP, now NCP, with this operation, definitely BJP in the coming years, when I say coming years, maybe in the next 5 or 10 years time, would like to make it a bipolar race. Even in Karnataka, they want to make it a bipolar. Because let's remember Gujarat. Gujarat is an extremely important model which all of our viewers must need to understand. In 1977, when Gujarat elected a non-Congress government, it was Chimanbai Patel who became the chief minister. 1990, Chimanbai Patel who became the chief minister. Chimanbai Patel was from Janata Party, was from Janata Parivar, not from the Jansangh, not from the BJP. So, when Chimanbai Patel had to merge with the Congress, that is when it turned bipolar. Once it turned bipolar, then the BJP has been unbeatable in Gujarat from 1995 till 2022. So, I believe BJP wants to finish off NCP. That's why I said Ajit Pawar is not going to be a long-term ideologue or a partner with the BJP or NDA. He's going to be a short-lived one. Certain people come with you forever. Certain people come to serve a purpose, and after that, their journey goes in a different direction. Your journey goes in a different direction. So as a result of which, that's why, Ajit Pawar, will he stay with NCP? Will he merge with Congress party? Will he do one? We don't know. Those are all speculation. But the existing NCP of Sharad Pawar, definitely Modiji wants to finish off. And let me tell you, if it is not an operation inspired by Sharad Pawar, BJP would like to beat Supriya Sule at Baramati. That's one of the targets they have. In fact, Baramati is one of the targets they have of the 144 seats which they said they want to reclaim it back. And Baramati was one of the seats. It's a bastion of Sharad Pawar from 1967 in the assembly, and from then parliament, they've been winning non-stop, and that would be their way of finishing NCP and Sharad Pawar. I hope I answered.
Thank you so much. Next question. Santosh Kumar wants to know, is BJP becoming one more Congress by inducting Hassan as a minister who's on ED investigation and also other ministers? Your thoughts, please.
See, I think there is a larger mission, as I was just answered the previous question.
Yes.
I do see, because a lot of us will definitely be a little annoyed that, you are seeing these names like Chhagan Bhujbal, Hassan into the cabinet, and you would not want to have. But at the same time, there is a larger task. The larger task is, just now in the beginning of this show, we talked about Sharad Pawar, what kind of a politician he was, what kind of control he had, what kind of influence he had, and when you get an opportunity to close them off, that's something which is an opportunity you get once in a lifetime. And when you got that, you got to go through some short-term pains for a long-term gain. In fact, this is what me and I were talking about in the morning. Okay, that you will have to swallow the bitter pill of being with stage bedfellows for a larger purpose which would cleanse the Maharashtra politics, because too much has been in control of Sharad Pawar. Cooperatives, agriculture mandis, to online gaming, everything has been in control of this man. And he's been very silent, and he was not like Reddy brothers or somebody who was flamboyant,
no
and showed it off. No flamboyance. We're very calm, networked, very wily fox who knows how to run his, empire, and ran it beautifully well. And it is good to see his day is coming off. And for that, I wouldn't mind having these people.
AZ wants to know how much will this dent BJP's image?
See, I think, that's what I said. It's all about how do you carry this message to the public? What kind of a message they want to carry, and what is the kind of action they're going to do. Because I'm sure these cases are not going to be dropped forever. Yes, it will be in the cold storage for some time, as long as they're going to be. And I'm being very open here, because I'm not a BJP spokesperson. I don't have to defend I neither have to defend BJP nor have to defend the NCP. But I'm saying a very practical thing, because at the end of the day, if the opposition thinks it can use any strategy to beat BJP and Modi would say, I will go to any extent to finish you off, guys, so that there is no way that you guys are going to challenge me in 2024. I think that situation has come to this. It is like a Kurukshetra war. In the Kurukshetra war, Lord Krishna, in order to uphold Dharma, indulged in a lot of things which we know, which were not supposed to be right in a war, but had to do to kill or to ensure Dharma and ensure that Kauravas are defeated. Because today you have a sinister plan of George Soros, because I think those things have been covered by PGurus in the PGurus channel elaborately. There are too many enemies who want to see India not being the powerful India it is aspiring to become. And for them, they want an unstable government in 2024. They want, even if it's a Modi-led government, it should be not a very strong, stable, vibrant government. Now, that mission has to be stopped. For that, the next 1 year, you're going to see some bitter pills. And some of the BJP supporters or right-wing supporters or Hindutva supporters will have to swallow the bitter pills.
Thank you so much. Let's make a last question here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Pawan Kishore wants to know, Namaskaram, sir. Won't there be an issue of seat sharing in Maharashtra with Ajit Pawar in NDA fold now for 2020?
I don't think so. There are 48 seats. NCP had 4 seats. Official Shiv Sena now of Eknath Shinde has got 12 seats. So as a result of which, I believe that BJP would be willing to contest around 28 seats. 2 of the seats they would give it to the smaller partners. And this is what I believe in. Around 10 seats to Shiv Sena, 10 to 12 to Shiv Sena, and 8 to NCP. I think that would be fine as far as Lok Sabha election is concerned. Once the Lok Sabha elections are over, then Assembly election is a different ballgame altogether. And probably they might even hold the Assembly elections along with Lok Sabha elections. We do not know. But I'm telling you one thing. This alliance with Ajit Pawar is not going to last for a very long time. The minimum duration is till the Lok Sabha 2024. The maximum is till the Assembly elections. Neither Ajit Pawar would be comfortable to be with the BJP fold for a long time, nor the BJP would be very comfortable keeping Ajit Pawar with them for a long time. That's my take.
Thank you so much, JVC viewers. If we did not take up your question, we apologize. Sreeram needs a break because he's going live again. So I promise him that we will give him enough space so that he has time to take a break and then recharge. And again, JVC, your summary of the political career of Sharad Pawar is one of the best I've heard. In 2-3 minutes, you summarize how many times this man has bowled googlies. Now the question is Ajit Pawar's googly capability will Ajit Pawar's googly capability match that of his uncle Sharad Pawar? We will wait and see. Thank you once again, and we'll be back again with JVC as soon as time permits.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Thank you very much. I would join.